What it do, YouTube? MJN for Life here, back again bringing you another Pokemon Online narrated battle. So today is going to be a battle in the UU tier, and I'm testing out a new Sock team. It's a sub, bulk up, reversal, and Stone Edge Sock that I was testing out. Funny story behind this was we were watching the anime show, and it was an episode with Sock, and it was like a tournament or something. Sock was destroying everyone, and Maria's like, "Wow, is Sock actually that good?" And I'm like, "No, the show just over exaggerates everything." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And that's like the funny thing is that I've actually never used Sock in a Pokemon battle before, so I decided to make an NU team based around reversal Sock, and it freaking destroyed. I was so surprised at how good it was. So I was like, I wanted to test it out in other tiers. So decided that I would test it out in the UU tier. So here's that battle. So let's go. So this person, Draco Ninja, is going to lead off with his Togekiss, and first play in turn of the game is going to miss an Air Slash. And he was kind of upset about that. And so now he's going to Air Slash me, and he doesn't flinch me, but I do miss Toxic, so that kind of evens out there. Now he's going to Air Slash again, and I believe this time he is actually going to get the flinch. And yep, he does flinch. So now he's going to Air Slash again, and doesn't flinch me, and I do get a Toxic off. So the hacks is kind of in my favor this particular battle, but you'll see in the next battle that it's completely opposite. So he's going to finish me off with an Air Slash, and I'm kind of thinking that this Togekiss is scarfed, just the way he's playing it. And seeing how as I see no leftovers, and Specs would have done way more, so I'm thinking it's scarfed. So I go for the Sucker Punch, and that did 56%. So if it was a bulky Togekiss, that probably would have only done like 25%. So it's definitely scarfed. And instead of going for another Sucker Punch, I really don't know why I didn't, honestly. And he actually did miss another Air Slash, which is very unfortunate. I think I could have survived one. I definitely could have taken one Air Slash. So I switched into Porygon to take the Air Slash just to keep my Houndoom at a respectable amount of health. But he goes into Virizion, and I'm just like, okay, that's not good. So I'm going to go into Gothitelle, which is pretty much my most expendable Pokemon. It's not going to be doing much to his team. And this is a Toxic Stalling Gothitelle. I'll probably get up a video showing you how it works eventually. But anyway, so I'm going to Toxic the Virizion. I see the Life Orb, so he has no leftovers to buffer the Toxic damage, so that's good for me. He's going to finish me off with the Leaf Blade, and that's fine because now I've seen his team, and it doesn't look like he has anything that can take Sock. Now this was I set up early. This is a bad idea to set up early, and but I know I can take one Leaf Blade because of the Sock's ability Sturdy, and he has no hazards on the field. So I'm going to set up a bulk up, and I do carry the Select Berry, so I'm gonna get +1 speed because I'm under a third or 25% health, I believe, and I'm gonna get +1 attack and +1 defense. And now I'm going to pretty much reversal the rest of his guys. Because I remember why I did this. Because he had a Scarf Togekiss, I figured it's really rare that people run 2 Scarfers. I mean, I've done it. I actually usually do it when I run a hyper offensive team, but it's really rare that people run 2 Scarfers. So that's why I decided to set up when I did. And I was going off the assumption that his Togekiss was scarfed, and that he probably didn't have another Scarf Pokemon. And I actually turned out to be correct, as I'm going to sweep his team with a Sock. Reversal's going to destroy Azelf, even with the resistance. Azelf has no chance to survive after bulk up. And he's going to go to Nido King, which is named Nido Queen. Don't really know why, but whatever. And I'm going to kill that with a Reversal. I was actually kind of unsure if Reversal would kill it, but then again, who am I kidding? It's 200 base power stab move, and I'm pretty much Choice Banded and Choice Scarf at the same time, so there's no way it's going to survive. And he actually just quit, so that's Sock doing work, and I'm telling you, I use this Pokemon in UU, and I pretty much got a sweep every time I used it. Almost every time, pretty much. So the next battle is going to be against a person by the name of Aita, and let's just get into the battle, because this one's a long one. So he leads off with his Uxie, he led off with my Claydol, because he didn't have a Rapid Spinner, so I figured just get the rocks up and they'll be up for the rest of the game. He tricked me a Choice Scarf. Don't really care, honestly. Claydol's pretty expendable. So I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock. And I thought he might be the U-turning Stealth Rock one, so I went to Sock expecting a Stealth Rock so I could keep my Sturdy intact and then just set up on him. But it turns out that he has Energy Ball, which I found very strange. And now he goes for the Thunder Wave. The reason why I didn't go for the sub there is because Energy Ball did 26%, and I didn't want to mess around with the min-max damage because I want to keep my Sock at a good amount of HP for his Rock and Steel types. Because this guy's team has the 3 Pixies and then the 3 Reggies, which is an interesting team. Sure, he would set up Rocks here, but he doesn't. He goes for a Rock Polish, which is very, very questionable because Retro Rock isn't really that powerful. and it's also not that fast. So I knew I could survive one move from this Regirock no matter what it was, and I go for the bulk up. Now this is because he goes for Fire Punch, doesn't break my sub, so I should have right there went for the reversal and I would have won the game. But instead, I get greedy, and this is a lesson to you guys. Do not get greedy. If you ever have a chance to keep up a sub, and you know you can kill the Pokemon, just kill the Pokemon. Because I'm thinking, alright, this is my game pretty much, because I can just do exactly what I did last time. But no, because his Azelf is Choice Scarfed, and he's going to finish me off with a U-turn. Now, if I had a sub up, you already saw that I can kill an Azelf with a reversal. So I would have killed that Azelf. Here's spoilers. His Mesprit is also Choice Scarf, and +1 speed Sock outspeeds Choice Scarf Mesprit, so I would have swept his team from there. But no, I got greedy, and now I'm going to have to play out the battle without sweeping his team. So he tricks me a Scarf, takes away my Chestnut Berry, go for the Toxic. I missed the Toxic. It's fine, no biggie. Looks like and I missed another Toxic. He goes for the Psychic. It's fine again, because Psychic doesn't really do much. Ice Beam, he goes for Ice Beam. That doesn't really do that much either, but he fucking freezes me. So I'm frozen, and I miss 2 Toxics. So it's whatever. I get frozen. Okay. He can't go anywhere, so I'm going to get a Toxic off eventually. Right? Right? Unthaw? Damn it! Nope. Okay, that's fine. I have at least one more turn to unthaw. Alright, Gothitelle. Come on, do your stuff. Do your stuff. Unthaw. Unthaw. Yes! Now Toxic this bitch. Psych. Oh, okay. I missed 3 Toxics in a row. And got frozen. You did absolutely nothing, Gothitelle. So, Gothitelle gets finished off with an Ice Beam. That's fucking bullshit. So now I'm going to go into Houndoom. And I honestly played retarded this entire game. I don't know why. So I go for the Pursuit, thinking he might want to switch, because I only saw Ice Beam and Psychic as its moves. But he doesn't. And now here, I should have gone for the Sucker Punch and finished off the Mesprit. But instead, I'm an idiot and go to Quagsire. I don't know why I didn't just Sucker Punch. Maybe because I was afraid I was going to get Parahax because of the way the game was going. That's probably why, but still, that's not an excuse. Should have Sucker Punched and killed that thing. But now he switches out. As I go on my Toxic, I finally hit a Toxic, so that's good for me. I already saw that this Oopsie had fucking Energy Ball, so I'm not going to stay in for that. And he goes for Energy Ball. I know Claydol can take a bunch of Energy Balls because Oopsie is not that strong offensively. But the funny thing is, it actually does get Giga Drain, I believe, which is really random. But I digress. So I'm going to Rapid Spin here, just trying to get a Rapid Spin kill for the lulz, because I thought that after the next turn's Toxic damage, I would be able to kill it with Rapid Spin. But it's 1% too high. I'm going to Rapid Spin. Doesn't kill it because it only does 2%, and yet 3%, obviously, because it survived with 1%. Basic math for the win. And Toxic's going to finish it off. And I just wanted to get the Rapid Spin kill and just kill for the lulz. I mean, there's no other reason other than that. So now he's going to go out in the Mesprit, and I make another questionable play. And I go into Porygon 2 instead of just letting Claydol die. I don't know why I didn't just let Claydol die, because he's going to Ice Beam me, and he's going to freeze me. Wow. So he's frozen me on every single Ice Beam. Just keep that in mind. He's frozen me on every single Ice Beam. So now he goes out into Regice, as I'm trying to unthaw here, and don't do it. So now, basically, my plan here was to switch out into Quagsire, because I had a feeling, for whatever reason, that this was going to be a rest-talking Regice just based on his team, because that's pretty much the best Regice set to run. Now, he goes for Thunderbolt. Don't know why he didn't go for Ice Beam there, because it would have done more, obviously, because it's a stab move. So here, I basically wanted to get off a Toxic, and then kind of encore him into rest, and then go from there and switch into Houndoom. But don't even get to do that, because he freezes me again. So that's 3 Ice Beams, 3 freezes. Yes, this happened. This happened. And so now, I'm just trying to get a Toxic off. Please, please, can you just Toxic this thing? Nope, stay frozen. And I'm going to die next turn because I'm slower. Oh my gosh, this is so much bullshit. This is so much fucking bullshit. So, he kills me off with an Ice Beam. And, I mean, I really don't know what to do, because, again, I'm just so sure that this is a rest talker. So I'm like, okay, this game is over. So, basically, this is just a stall portion, and I'm probably just gonna speed this up. But I'll just kind of tell you quickly what happens before I speed it up. He pretty much Ice Beams me all the way down to like 12%. I unthaw, and then he freezes me with the next Ice Beam. I think he goes for Thunderbolt first, and then Ice Beam, and he freezes me again. And then it's just like a bunch of 1,000 turns of stall and hacks, and it's just crazy. So I'm just going to speed this up, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here I'm going to switch out into Clay Doll. As you guys can see, he was going for a bunch of Thunderbolts. I think he was doing that because he didn't want to run out of Ice Beams. So he goes for a bunch of Thunderbolts, and I just wanted to, again, I wanted to see and check and see if he was a Res Talker. So I went for the Toxic, knowing that Clay Doll was going to die. So I guess me switching out the Clay Doll wasn't as bad as the play as I initially said it was. So now I'm the Toxic, and I'm just hoping against hope that it isn't Res Talk. But, nah, who am I kidding? Who would run a Red Ice and it not be Res Talk, you know? And it does turn out that he does have rest, so I'm just like, fuck! The only chance I have now is basically for him to sleep talk rest. Which, you know, if it was me, I always sleep talk rest. So now I'm going to have to switch out into Houndoom, basically, and hope that he sleep talks rest. Or at least that I can survive, that he sleep talks rest at least once. And then hopefully Overheat will bring it down to a point where Porygon 2 can finish it off. But then again, I do have the rest of his team to take on with only Porygon 2, and he does have a Registeel, so this game's pretty much over because of all the hacks. And he Sleep Talks, and of course he gets an attacking move. It is Ice Beam, and that's pretty much it. That was my only chance to win, quote unquote. I mean, really, I don't really think I had a chance to win after Quagsire went down. But I really had no choice. But, you know, the great thing about it is this guy was a good sport. And he actually decided to tie me because of all the hacks. He said it was unfair. And he said he suggested a draw. And of course I'm going to take that draw. So thank you to IATL for being a great sport. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys ever complain about getting hacks, I want you to watch this video. And if you didn't get frozen 4 times on 4 Ice Beams, para-hacked, missed 3 Toxic in a row, I don't want to hear it. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe. Deuces.